Hey guys, welcome to today's video. I feel like it has honestly been ages since I sat down and did a testing new makeup releases video. Every time at the end of the year, I feel like they slow down. Of course, near the holidays, they launch a lot of holiday kits. They're trying to get rid of stuff, I'm sure. And then they do, a ton of advent calendars, same thing. And also drugstore tends to release a ton of stuff in January. So I feel like everybody slows down around the November, December timeframe. So I haven't done like a sit down video testing new makeup in what feels like forever. So that's kind of what I want to do. I have collected a couple of new things that have launched because they've come out sporadically, but then there are some things in here that I just want to try that are new to me. And we're doing this just because I just felt like it would be fun to sit down and do a testing new makeup video. What I have on today's agenda is Tarte launched the Maracuja Juicy Lip Plump in Shimmer Glass. So they came out with a shimmering Maracuja Juicy Lip. I'm really into a shimmery lip. So anyway, I thought we would try this today. This I've had for a minute and it's not as new of a release. A couple of lip products, you guys. It's the Volumizing Gloss Stick from Juvia's Place. This came, didn't seem to have any real hype. It reminds me of the MAC Gloss Stick, which I've been dying to try but haven't tried. So I picked this up and I forgot all about it. And then Sephora actually released some eye pencils. They're calling these the Colorful Shadow Stick and Liners. So they actually dropped a ton of shades. I had a bunch of these in my cart, but I didn't end up getting them until they had another sale. And then everything Sephora was 30% off to basically everybody. So that's when I picked these up. I ended up getting two shades. I think these are both shimmer. I think I had 6 in the cart at one point, but I ended up taking them out. So I thought we would try those. And also from the drugstore, Revlon launched their Color Stay Flexwear Full Coverage Concealer. I'm a little scared to try this because I usually don't go for full coverage under the under eyes or for concealers anyway. But you know what? A lot of Revlon stuff is darn good. So yeah, we'll do this today. We can even do a mini wear test because I'm just basically at home. But the stuff that I wanted to also put on in today's video, just because I wanted to try this brand, I picked up 3 things from the Ami Colé, I think is how you pronounce it, brand. And I think it's a blush, a mascara, and then a lip treatment oil. So there's the other lip product. Actually, there's 2 more. Then I wanted to try this, the Lawless Forget the Filler Lip Plumping Line Smoothing Gloss. You guys, these have been out for a while. There was a brand new one that launched, which is what made me pick this up. They came out with a large one. I'll throw it up here. And then I thought about getting that one, but then when I was looking at all the Lawless lip products, I thought, I am going to get something else instead. This one is in the shade Velvet. Oh, by the way, we're gonna have to make room for my little friend here today because I switched face washes and now it seems that my face does not like that. Also, Pound Cake came to Ulta and Credo Beauty. It looks like they just launched one product so far, looking on their Instagram. It is the Cake Batter Cream Matte Liquid Lipstick. Anyway, I don't know why I wanted to pick this up, but I did at Ulta. It totally does not match the eye products whatsoever. So maybe we'll just do one of the shimmer shades today. Anyway, let's get into it, you guys. No time like the present. All right, I know how I want to do this. We're gonna put these on and take these off. So I'm gonna go into the Juvia's Place Volumizing Lip Gloss Stick first. Am I saying that right? Gloss stick in the shade Soft Mauve. And let's just put this on. I'm feeling really dry on my lips lately. Here's what the packaging looks like. And there you go, camera. Nice job. Let's do a little swatchy. It's the kind you twist up. This looks more pink than mauve. I love how they say soft mauve and it's this a warm toned pink. I don't know if I'd call that a mauve. It's very comfortable, but it's a terrible shade on me. Formula is lovely. Very, very smooth. I don't think it's doing any weird thing on my lips, but the shade is just not mauve. I mean, even the box looks kind of purplish. It's this warm toned pink color. Yeah, it matches. It matches pretty well. The formula is really, really nice, you guys. It's so comfortable. It feels minty. It's nice. Yeah, just a terrible shade for me. Light colors like this tend to kind of wash out my lips. And if it was lighter than this, I could probably get away with it because then it would just look my lips but better, or just kind of a clear gloss or something like that. But I don't think this looks good. Just too pale for me and my skin tone. This one from Ami Colé is in the shade Romance. It's more of a deep, why can't I find the words? Is this burgundy? No, not enough red. Kind of deep brownish red. I don't know how else to describe this. What a shame. This feels so darn comfortable on the lips. Let's go into, which one am I gonna do next? I think I'm gonna do the Lawless just cause I'm just gonna throw it on. And if I didn't mention this, it's in the shade Velvet. I actually hear really good things about this, so that's the reason that I got it. I've been dying to try it. Oh, very interesting doe foot applicator. It's like curved. Looks like it would hug the lip really nicely. Oh, that's thick. I don't like how thick that is. Oh, my goodness. Ooh, that's thick. Hold on. It looks a lot deeper, like in the tube, than I think it looks on my lips. I kind of feel like it just is like my lips, but better. It's almost just kind of a sheer gloss. I hope this doesn't like pill up. It's really, really thick. Lip plumping, line smoothing gloss. I mean, it's high shine. It's pretty. I just hope it doesn't get like weird once you start talking and like doing some weird things. As good of reviews as it gets, and like how many different types of like this particular product she keeps launching, I feel like it can't be bad, you know? It has to be good because she keeps releasing versions of this. But so far, both of these lip products are fabulous. They're fabulous. I love this color in velvet too. Okay, let's go into the Tarte, long name, Maracuja Juicy Lip Plump in Shimmering Glass. I mean, it's in rosy mauve, but it's shimmering glass. Same exact packaging. I have tried this on already because I needed to get that shimmery lip product on me. But all I did was put it on and then like immediately take it off. I didn't like wear it or anything. So anyway, I don't really remember kind of what it looks like. Hopefully you guys can see like the shimmery bits in it. Let's go in. This one smells like coconut. Distinctly like coconut. I don't remember my other Tartes smelling like that at all. This shade is just honestly so beautiful. It looks like it has purple and blue shimmers in it. So it's actually quite flattering if you ask me. Like those are really ideal shades for like a rosy mauve. It's pretty, like it's definitely high shine. Not as high shine as the Lawless, but also what makes it kind of shiny is the shimmering particles in it. It's really comfortable, and honestly I don't think it's as goopy as their other formulas. It's a little bit softer, like maybe not as thick. It's interesting. It's really, really pretty, feels really comfortable. I'm not sure it's like a hydrating formula, but it definitely feels comfortable. I actually think that those shimmer particles actually really translate to the lips. This is not a super intense shade. I wanted to get like a mauve shade because that's what I kind of enjoy the most. I still think you can see it though, like the sparkles anyway. So yeah, love all three of these products. This one is a cooling, tingling. So far they all feel like minty, but this one is the most. The other two I barely felt. I feel this one instantly. It's like I brushed my lips with toothpaste, you know, that sort of feeling. They're all very mildly minty. So many lip products. Did you guys come here to watch me put on lip products? Because that's what we're doing, basically. Let's go into the Ami Colé. I really hope I'm saying that right. Ami? I think it is Ami Colé. Lip treatment oil. What did I say? Romance is the shade on this one. I am going to swatch this one first, just so I can see like how intense. Oh, this doe foot applicator is ridged. Oh, I don't know if the camera is going to pick this up. It has little tiny ridges in it. Very weird. It's like a movable thing. Like the doe foot is like wiggly. It's not like stiff, if that makes sense. I mean, like, I don't know. Can you guys see like it wiggles back and forth? Kind of cool, kind of cool. This is a really thick lip oil. It's mostly like gloss / oil. These are the hybrid products that I'm always like, yeah, okay. It's your version of a lip oil, but it's sticky like a lip gloss. I want to say that the lip oil is probably the newest release. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the newest. It still says new on Sephora anyway. And it did win Allure Best of Beauty for 2023, which is, I think, primarily like that, and watching other people try this brand made me want to test it out. It looks like they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different shades. I wonder what made me get this one like over, oh, okay, rosy brown is the other one. They do have like one nude with a gold shimmer. But yeah, I mean, as far as like the shades go, I feel like this is the most flattering over here. It's a really pretty shade. Like it's very sheer. I feel like when it gets to my lips, it was definitely more intense when I swatched it. These retail for $20. I mean, it's thick, but I take back the fact that it's sticky. It's actually not sticky. And it comes with baobab seed oil, camellia seed oil, passion fruit seed oil. It has this very, very light scent to it. It's actually really, really nice. I just really love the shade. Like, man, did they do a good job on this like formula in terms of like just lightly pigmenting the shade. Honestly, really enjoy this. I was totally wrong about it being sticky. It's actually really, really comfortable. So let's go into this waterproof, colorful shadow stick and liner. Yeah, I love that Sephora makes waterproof products. Like, and they really work for me. You guys, I have talked about their liners on my channel so many times. They are my absolute favorite. At this point, I'm just burning and turning through a ton of other eye products that just don't perform as well as the Sephora ones. And their eye pencil, same thing. Closest dupe that I can really find to benefit precisely my brow that isn't almost the same amount of money. I hate their eyeshadows. I think their eyeshadows are a waste of money, but I love every other eye product that I've tried from them. Even their like singles are really delightful, really good. Very unique and colorful, come in different finishes, pretty affordable too as far as like single shadows go, and being from Sephora. So I was definitely down to try these when these came out, and that is exactly why I initially had like, I don't know, 10 different shades in my cart, and then I had to take it back because I feel like these retail for, I want to say $13 a piece. So I thought, girl, just try 2 first. It is literally me 20 minutes later still trying to get this packaging off. I know it's perforated and all that, but I always have the hardest time like priming it, and it's double wrapped. You guys just heard that was the first layer that came off. Then there is a freaking second layer. Like, no, you've got to be joking me. That's the one thing like about Sephora's stuff is that it comes so individually and ridiculously heavily wrapped. And it's like, dude, it's not that serious. That was my rant. I am so sorry. Okay, let's test this formula. Actually, let's do some swatch. What is happening here? Oh man, the freaking tip is on the inside. Look, here is the pointy tip. Got pushed to the top and broke off. It was like stuck in there. Does this have a sharpener? Yes, it does have a sharpener. So I can sharpen the tip. Okay, I went ahead and sharpened it, and then I just threw something very lightly into the crease, because if we're gonna do that bright red lip, then I am definitely doing something light on the eyes. I don't really think I needed to sharpen it though. I think I would have been just fine. Oh, I was gonna like swatch these. Oh my goodness. Ooh, these are super creamy. Hopefully they're not too creamy. This one is in Fawn Shimmer. So they do have some mattes and they do have some shimmer formulas. I ended up getting 2 of the shimmer ones just because that's kind of how I like my shadow sticks mostly, to have a little bit of sheen to them or to be a fully shimmer finish. I just think that they're more fun. Wow, that came off so much easier. And then this one is in Iris Shimmer. Oh, that one's nice. Nice point to it too. I mean, I guess you could use it as a liner with the point on it. Man, they are super duper creamy. That one's just a purpley shimmer. Really, really creamy, you guys. I don't know. Sometimes when they're too creamy, I burn through the product so fast. The shimmer is showing up though. It's really, really nice. How well is it going to perform on my more textured lids? This is definitely a formula that would transfer because it's so creamy. I don't think this particular shade matters whatsoever because it's so darn light. My dogs are just click-clacking away in the hallway. When they hear me come up here, they like to follow me and just like pace outside the door. It almost has like little glitters in it. It's pretty, really, really emollient. Just don't know if you could use this as a liner. I mean, it's really creamy. That's not like the type of product I would use for a liner, especially if it's like the shimmer finish. But yeah, that's how they market it. Shadow stick and liner. Okay, and it's waterproof. So I don't know, maybe it dries down pretty nicely. Oh, wow. Okay, look at this one. Pretty non-budge. Let's do this one. Ooh, I mean, it hasn't been sitting there as long, but it was pretty good. This one though, nice non-budge, and they were super easy to apply, and I think that they translated really nicely. I don't think it's overly textured on my lids, you know, not more so than like the shimmer is giving it. I'm gonna build it up over here just a little bit. Yeah, I kind of really like it. I think these are really good. I'm telling you guys, Sephora does such a good job on all of their single eye formulated products, like whatever it is, liners, gel liners, liquid liners, brow products, anything like that that just isn't their eyeshadow formulas in like their larger palettes. I just think they do a really, really nice job. It's a really light eye look. Like if we're gonna do a bright red lip, who the frick cares, honestly? Shall I deepen up the outer crease just a little bit right here, the little V? All right, good enough for me. So I didn't have like a new foundation or anything. So you guys, I'm just gonna throw on a foundation or like a skin tint really quickly, and then we'll be right back so that we can test the concealer. Okay, so skin tint is on. It's looking good. Let's go into this concealer. Revlon Color Stay Flex Wear Full Coverage Concealer. Supposed to last up to 24 hours. Yikes, yikes, yikes. If this ends up being super drying, it's not gonna be good. I have mine in the shade 015 Light. Just a big doe foot applicator. You know what, let's go ahead. Oh, that looks super yellow. Did I get a yellowish shade? Man, I am so bad at shade matching myself online. This looks way too light for me. Holy smokes, that looks straight up yellow. Oh, we're gonna need something softer than this. Okay. I'm just taking the Merit like complexion brush. I think this is a #1, and it's so much softer that I thought, I better get something and just like tap it in here. Why does that not look full coverage? Shit. It looked really thick, like the amount that I applied, but it does not look full coverage once I blended it in. Maybe I should use this more dense brush. Let's attempt to just pat it in with the Rare Beauty concealer brush. See if that gives me more coverage. I'm hating the way this is looking, and this is exactly what I thought was gonna happen. I don't like it with the really dense brush. I think you really gotta like stamp it into the skin. Otherwise it's just kind of sitting here, and it's a really tacky formula. And that did not look full coverage to me on first application. It took me twice to build this, or it took me to build it to look more full coverage. So, and I still see my really dark circle. Mind you, I might, need a color corrector in order to kind of get rid of the darkness under my under eyes, but still, I don't think that first pass was full coverage. And by the way, it's really, really sticky. So this is definitely something that I would set down. I wouldn't leave it. Not this sticky. I mean, it's like I can pull my skin, not pull my skin, but it's like lifting my skin when I'm like touching it. It's really, really sticky formula, which might be good for, longevity. Usually that's somewhat of a decent way to get it to kind of stay a little bit longer without like drying out anyway. It just means that I would definitely have to set this. It's not like a self-setting product, because otherwise it is definitely going to start sinking into places. I'm just not convinced this is going to be a good full coverage one for me. I don't usually get along with a ton of full coverage ones. There's like 3 ever, I want to say, that I've tried that have just become like some of my absolute favorites. This one just doesn't feel like it's gonna be that upon first application. Man, it just looks so freaking heavy. I don't like the way it feels. It feels really heavy under my under eyes. I need to set this like immediately. I even feel like I need to like stamp this in with a sponge. It feels really, really thick. I told you guys we're gonna do the wear test, so we'll see how the concealer is holding up. I'm just taking my Dior Powder No Powder. I feel like the shade was too light, so I wanted to take this powder because it's tinted. It's in 2N, and it offers me a little bit of coverage. And you know what? Am I gonna cover this guy up, or is he just gonna fly free today? I think he's just gonna fly free. I think that's just what's gonna happen. By the way, this lip product is still kicking. I've definitely been filming for quite some time because I actually jumped out and then did a application test of a new foundation. So I've been gone for a good minute. This lip product is still going strong. So let's jump into, shall we do mascara? So this is the Lash Amplifying Mascara in Rich Black. I also like this like just standard kind of orange packaging. I don't know why that's appealing to me. I guess I like orange. Oh, and it's an orange tube. I have been so into testing new mascaras lately, whereas I kind of feel like I have been hesitant to do that in years past just because I'm so darn picky. But I feel like I'm finding what I really like after gosh knows how many years of testing mascaras. I feel like I found my preference and didn't even know it till I started my channel. Anyway, these are short bristled wands, but it is natural bristles, which is typically not what I go for, but I'm loving natural bristled wands so long as they're short these days. I'm also always curious to see whether or not mascaras tend to be better as the formula dries out, and if I don't like them right away and then end up loving them later, which is something that's been happening to me quite a bit lately. It honestly seems like a pretty dry formula. It's not like overly wet coming out of the tube, so I don't know, maybe it'll be good. Let's go into the right side first. I actually really like the way that this feels. It's the kind of drier formula that immediately grips to your lashes. Like you can feel a little bit of tackiness to it, which I believe helps deposit a ton more pigment than when it's a wetter formula, because then it tends to be a little bit more slippy. And also, by the way, you guys, I love a wand that isn't curved and is smaller, because guess what? That's the kind of wand I feel like you can get really close to the lash line and then just start like twisting and blinking. So you're coating like every inch of the lash. You're not leaving parts of it blank. I'm making a freaking mess right now. Stop talking. Gorgeous. Freaking gorgeous. This is definitely going to become one of my freaking favorites. This is great right away. I'll clean up what I made a mess of in a minute. This says that it's a volumizing mascara that instantly lifts lashes with a flexible, buildable formula to give you that oomph. Yeah, I mean, I believe it. It's made in Italy. Like, it's immediately lifting my lashes. And usually tackier formulas, I find, do a really good job in like lifting and curling. I don't know what that formula is, but I just feel like that's the kind of common theme that I kind of see in mascaras that actually do lift. It actually gives me decent volume. It coats each one of the lashes. It doesn't claim to be lengthening. I think it's actually more volumizing than lengthening. I was hoping, looking at this wand, that this was going to become a mascara that I fell in love with. And I gotta tell you, right away, I'm a pretty darn big fan. So let me do this left eye really fast. This is definitely one that I'm going to reach for again and again and again and again. And now it's making me rethink some of the mascaras that I didn't declutter recently in my recent declutter, because I'm like, well, this is the kind of thing that I'm looking for. I don't want to mess around with anything other than something that I immediately am like, yes, thank you. So anyway, I think that is freaking beautiful. The Lash Amplifying Mascara, Ami Colé. Let's move on into this blush stick. This is the Desert Date Cream Multi-Stick. Pretty standard, just purple packaging. This is supposed to be a buildable cream multi-stick for cheeks and lips that effortlessly blends into skin with a soft matte finish. This one is in the shade Dune, which looks like a just mauve shade, pretty mauve shade. And it's a, what, satin matte? Ooh, pretty standard formula. This is actually for lips and cheeks. Did I say that? Yes. I'm gonna take my Rephr 05 brush. I've been using this for blush recently, and I think it would just like pick up really nicely. I am kind of trying like this new setup with my camera, and I've definitely got a wider shot than normal. So my mirrors are like either side of me. So depending upon what side of my face I'm putting makeup on, I feel like I just keep moving around. So I apologize. Well, that's gorgeous. That's just a really standard, simple product, no frills, because it's satin matte. Yeah, it's nice and pigmented. That was just freaking easy. It's just right. Look how airbrushing it just looks on the cheeks. Like, that's honestly gorgeous. And because it's satin matte, it's not doing anything extreme, you know? Let's just try this on the lips, shall we? I am not a big fan of using products that you can use on your lips and cheeks. I've tried them. I just don't find that they work for both. Sometimes they just don't work for either. But this is like a really emollient, slippy formula, even though it doesn't feel that way as like a blush when I'm picking it up on my brush. But this is a really creamy formula on the lips. So sometimes what I find is like when it's the satin matte that's made for your cheeks, it ends up being a super drying formula on your lips. It just emphasizes all of your lip lines. I don't think this does that. It actually is very, very satin and feels very hydrating. So far, holy smokes, I am thoroughly in love with these three products. But we are going to try the pound cake on as the lip product for today. Here is the box for it. It just like, I mean, it's so excessive. I mean, I get it for their very first launch that this is like what you'd want your presentation to look like. So it says, made for your lip tone. There are no universal shades. Someone with pink lips and someone with brown lips wearing the same lipstick will have different results, obviously. That's because color looks different on different skin tones. It's color theory. That's why Pound Cake creates different variations of every color for different skin tones, so everyone can get the color they want. A formula like no other. This generation's lipstick with 40 plus revisions. Wow. 4 years of research and development and our proprietary tone variant technology, we built Cake Batter, the first ever non-nude lipstick to come in different shades for different lip tones. This is made in the US. This actually has a 12-month shelf life. You know, I am so interested to see what the heck shade did I get. I need to look this up. I mean, I know that I got Red Beam, Is that made for my skin tone? I wasn't paying attention. Okay, I'm on the Ulta site right now, and I don't think that that's how this works. It comes in 6 different shades, but they're all a variation of red. And what they say is like the color that it's gonna come out based on your skin tone, not necessarily that certain shades are made for certain skin tones. So in the one that I have, which is Red Bean, it says that it's a deep red or it's a classic red on dark brown lip tones. So on me, it should be a deep red because I am like a lighter skin tone. It's just very cool. Like all of these say, okay, it's a true red or it's a classic red on brown lip tones. It's a blue red in raspberry or a classic red on light brown lip tones. Okay, cool. So like I get what they're saying here. And of course this is a black owned brand, but they're not being, you know, in one direction or the other. It's kind of inclusive, like all the way around. It's a flat doe foot applicator, which I do really like. Kind of smells like vanilla. No. Cinnamon. Cinnamon. Do you know what this smells like? My freaking kids' Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal. That's what this smells like. So that's the shade swatched on my skin tone. I'm gonna go in without a lip liner on this. Ooh, it's got like a hair on it. Oh no. Oh no. Yucko. Oh well, I'm still going for it. Wow. That is freaking intense. That makes my teeth look straight up yellow. Not that they weren't before I started. So Red Bean is a deep red. Yeah, this looks like a lot of blue pigmentation when it translates to my fair skin. I'm definitely interested to see if it starts like shifting, like bleeding, because that can happen. The formula, let's look up what this formula is. It's supposed to be an innovative clean lip formula that applies like butter and can be used as lipstick, lip tint, or lip stain. Built with color theory in mind. It doesn't really say like what the formula is, just that it applies like butter and can be like lipstick. Okay, now let's see if this stains. I mean, it kind of stains. It's more like a whipped texture, and so it was kind of like sinking into my pores. It's not necessarily like a stain, like it's sinking into my skin, let's say. The shade is just really beautiful. It doesn't seem to be like traveling, like it's not going anywhere right now, which is really, really nice. So I actually do really enjoy this. This is one of the truest like blue reds that I have ever tried, and I don't really have many in my collection that are like this. I have some that tend to lean more like almost pink, and then I have some that tend to lean a little bit more burnt. This is the truest blue red that I have, and it's a very comfortable formula too. It's not emphasizing my lip lines in any way. I mean, we'll have to excuse the fact that I literally cannot like do a perfect application, but that's just the way it is. I liked everything that I tried. There wasn't one thing in here that I didn't like except the shade of the Juvia's Place. But you guys, if you were interested in this, it's a really nice formula. This video might be a little bit on the longer side, but I enjoyed a little try on video because I haven't done it in a while. So, and I wanted to mention this freaking concealer. We're gonna do a wear test, but I already hate it. Like it's already kind of sinking into my fine lines. It's already super heavy. I don't like the way that it feels. It just feels like where I laid it just seems like really thick. You guys, I don't think this is gonna be a concealer that is gonna end up working for me in any way, shape, or form. I don't see myself holding on to this, but we're gonna do that wear test. So I will see you guys actually back here at the end of the night because I'm doing a wear test on another product. So I will come back and do a check-in on the concealer then, and then I'll tell you guys whether it sucks or doesn't. Hey guys, I wanted to jump in here pretty quickly to give you guys an update on the concealer, but I also have a couple of other updates. This mascara held up fantastically. This lipstick, I literally have not touched up. Now, did it like kind of slip around because I've had lunch and dinner and all of that like through this 8 hours since I've been gone? Yeah, totally. But look how intense this still is on my lips. And it's not like immensely drying. I'm not gonna say it's like overly hydrating either, but man, this is a good lip product. If you're looking for a red with a ton of different tones, you guys should check out the Pound Cake Cake Batter Cream Matte Liquid Lipstick. This is awesome. It stayed almost like fully hydrating the entire day, with the exception of like right now where I feel like it's kind of breaking down. But I wanted to do the check-in for the concealer. I actually have to give it to the concealer for not creasing under my under eyes, not sinking into my fine lines. It actually did a really good job. Do I think it's totally full coverage? No. Did it feel heavy when I first put it on? Yes, it did. I think it's faded nicely though. Like throughout the day, I'm not coming up here with like crepey under eyes, I actually think, like, look at it. Like, there's no like over dryness or sinking in. The mascara did transfer like a little bit, but that was when I was putting it on. I didn't even fix it from earlier today. And I haven't touched anything up. So I actually think the concealer did a lot better performance-wise than I thought it was going to. As far as full coverage concealers go, it's definitely gonna have to be one that I play with a little bit more to find how much product I want to put on the under eyes, because I thought that I put a little bit too much. I definitely didn't like how heavy it felt, but it didn't do any funny weird things that I was pretty sure it was going to do right away, which is like dry out and just immediately like sink in and totally crease. So it didn't do that. So if you guys were curious about this concealer, I actually think it's halfway decent. I just don't think it's full coverage. Anyway, I wanted to do that little bit of a wear test for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I'm out of here, and I hope to catch y'all in the next one. Bye guys.